In this video, I'll be talking about this Siemens PLC LogoSoft. We had talked about the input capabilities and the output capabilities. For this case, I'll be powering it on using a 12 volts DC input, which is here from my 240 AC, and then through this adapter to DC 12 volts. I have two outputs and also two outputs and two inputs. My inputs are two push buttons, and my outputs are these LED lamps. These LED lamps are 240 AC, and I'll be explaining how I did the AC connections. For my inputs, I have input 1 and input 2, just right here, and they all go back to input 1, input 2. Likewise to my outputs, output 1, output 2, and out to my output 1 and output 2. Output is, digital input 1 is normally closed, and when we towards the end of this video, you'll realize that this LED is normally on, and it's because of the input type we have, which is normally closed. I'll be connecting, powering it on. Yeah, it's now powered on. You can go to escape, go to network, select IP address, and take note of the IP address, the subnet mask, and the gateway. These are important when it comes to configuration and connecting it to the field, connecting it to our laptop. There are other several buttons you can play around with, programs and etc. I want to be touching on that today. I'm connecting it to my PC via a USB to Ethernet adapter. Yeah, so let's do the programming and see what the results are. Go to the programming. I'm gonna take my inputs. I have two inputs, input 1 and input 2. I'm gonna call these green push button. Copy this, and it's a push button. Input 2 is the red push button. Red push button, and then my outputs are two LEDs. LED green, okay, and LED red. I'm gonna connect these two together and this together. Let's make it neat. So once that's done, we now, since we physically connected the file server, the PLC, to my laptop, I'm gonna save this project first. I'm gonna come here, go to properties, hardware type. My hardware is Logo 8 FS74. I'm gonna go to my IP address. I'm gonna connect. So you remember the IP address we talked about initially, to take note of, is 192.168.100.103 for my case. It could be different for yours, you just need to check. Okay, so the password here is logo in caps, and once we do have a green confirmation here, we're good to go. Okay, so I'm gonna upload, and okay, I want to be testing it again since I just tested it, but you can test it to confirm if it's gonna upload. It's gonna prompt us for password. It's gonna be logo again. Okay, the device, I'm gonna click here, stop, and then the transfer will happen. Okay, I'm gonna keep it now on running mode, and yeah, physically my LED is already turning on. There's a way to also check the progress. You can go to online test. For now, I'm just gonna go to properties, Modbus address space. I'm gonna test these addresses with the Modbus scanner. I'll be using the CAS Modbus scanner for my case. And just to confirm that we connected to the PLC. I'm going to give it a second. Okay, discover. Then my IP address is 100.103. I'm gonna click start scan, and yeah, the PLC is speaking Modbus, and that's great. I'm gonna go to this section here. It's pre-filled because I had already tested some of the inputs. Just gonna poll for these inputs to see if we have anything in these registers. Disconnected. Let's see. Disconnect and then pull again. Oh, yeah. So my inputs is on. If I press the push button physically, I'm gonna press it now. I need to auto refresh this part here. Disconnect, click, and then auto refresh. Yeah. That's okay. That's fine. And I'm gonna go also auto refresh here. Disconnect, and then click on it. Auto refresh. Yeah, so when I press my push button, it's gonna come on. Then I press the other one, it's gonna go off. I physically disconnected it. Sorry, I'm gonna connect again. Okay, so when I press the push button, this should go up. Now that we've uploaded our program to our PLC, I can disconnect it from my laptop, and I'm gonna power it on now using the 240 AC. So 240 AC to power on my outputs. I'm gonna plug it on to my socket here. It's 240 AC, and yeah, like I mentioned, input 1 generally is normally closed, and that's why you see the first LED here is already on. So you can see it's working accordingly. And to confirm this is working, yep, and this on off. Yeah, and let's now test this with a field server gateway or maybe a Modbus scanner to see if we can poll these points and confirm if we have it on or off. Is using Rapid Scada. So I'm gonna go to File, New Project. I'm gonna call this New Project 6. I'm gonna click OK. So with Rapid Scada, I'm gonna come here to Add Line, Communication Line. I'm gonna call this project New Project 6. This is Project 6. Just copy that. Then I'm gonna add a device. Device is New Project 6. It's just a dummy one, and it's speaking Modbus. Here, this device address is the node ID of the PLC, which in my case I'm going to use to favor the broadcast. And this is the IP address of my PLC. I'm going to click OK. Once that is done, I'm going to double click on line options. I'm going to come here to TCP client and then device polling. As you can see, this is the node ID that we did set, and this is the IP address that we initially set. So I'm going to go here to properties, select Modbus TCP template. In this group, I'm going to add an element for my discrete inputs. You remember the discrete inputs we'll be doing is only two. We had only two inputs, 1 and 2. So I'm going to call these inputs. And my first element will be input 1. I'm just going to add a second element, input 2. And that's it for the inputs. I'm going to add 2 outputs as well. I'm going to call it outputs. I'm going to add output. So this is going to be output 1. And this is going to be output 2. It's important to note that for the outputs, you remember these addresses that we did check in the PLC LogoSoft. So for the outputs, starts with registers 8193 all the way to 8212. So my start address here will be 8193. 2193. Yeah, that is that. Once it's verified, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna call this new template 6. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna click OK. So that is set. I'm gonna come here and upload it. Upload. It's gonna upload. Okay, it's almost done. It's uploaded. I'm gonna go to line statistics to confirm are we communicating successfully to it. And here we have an error. It says communication is not established, so I'm just gonna check my line options real quick. I'm gonna adjust here to TCP client. I don't know why it loses that. Then I'm gonna upload it again. Upload. It's done. Line statistics again, just to confirm. Yeah, perfect. And yeah, we're communicating. It's normal. You can see the messages going on here back and forth. Just gonna, yeah. So as you can see, our input, here's one, and it's already on. I'm gonna try and push another one here. Yeah, and now input 2 is on and off, on, off. I'm gonna switch off the first one, off, and then on. Yeah, so it was physically pressing the push button that we have, and as you can see, the input one is automatically on because we did say that our inputs is normally closed, so it's that is why it's on state. I'm gonna press input 2 just for sanity, and it's working fine. Thank you.